Hello and welcome back to my channel. Today we are going to be starting our background with Distress Oxide sprays. I have just recently purchased these, so this is new for me. And I do apologize, we are hyper speeding through this entire card. I like to sit and enjoy the process, and usually it takes me an hour and a half to do these. And when you're new to YouTube, you get 15 minutes, and it is really, really hard to crunch it all in. So here you see me putting some yellow in there, and there is some of this cut out because you're going to see later in the video that I take that out. The thing that's so nice about Distress Oxide inks is that they're very forgiving, and if you make boo-boos, you can fix it. So we got the background down, we've got it all dry, and here I'm starting to put in some bigger details, putting in the ground line. And then I start putting in the clouds in the sky. And another thing is, this was originally going to be a bright sunny day. I used too dark of inks, so sometimes the background tells you what you're going to do. And because it was so dark, I needed to lighten it up a little bit. And it turns out it wasn't a bright sunny day at all. There was a storm coming in this one. So I am adding the speckled egg and the white, and we're blending that all out to get a brighter color, and then I start putting in clouds. And then I decide, nope, still not light enough. So we put white all over it, and I am lightening it up a lot more. And this is when I realize the sunshine's just not going to work. But like I said, Distress Oxides, that is what's awesome. You can take things away. Even though, and this is also, again, on Multifarious A5 card. And that paper will take a licking and keep on ticking, because I had ink and chalk and I had all kinds of, it was thick, and I dried it and I put more on, and I still got most of that sun off. So here we are coming in and trying to lighten up the top above where the tree line is going to be. I wanted this to be like a forest edge. And I get that in, and then I come in and try to put some clouds up in there. Just get a base down. And that is where I started rubbing off the paper. But it wasn't so bad that it didn't keep letting me blend. It didn't eat into it too far. So now we're starting to put in the base of the clouds. And now I'm going to start my stamping. And I don't show all the stamping. I really enjoy watching all the details getting put into cards. But with 15 minutes, you can't. So I show a few trees that I stamp. That's my acrylic that I cut. And with that being said, I do not get any more than 15 minutes till I hit 1,000 subscribers. Now, I'm quite a ways from 1,000 subscribers, but I have already been purchasing for a giveaway for my 1,000 subscriber winner. So that is something to look forward to. I got some pretty nice stuff in there for giveaways. I don't know how many we're going to give away yet, but I have quite a pile of stuff. Here, if you find you have boo-boos and you don't want to start over, I left this in there for that reason. Water is your friend. Now it takes a couple tries, and when it really starts coming off is when I get the paintbrush out, and it washes off. I mean, do you get it all? No, but it is enough that once I get all the sky in and I go over it a couple times, it is kind of like the sun coming through the clouds. Now I've got a stencil brush. I'm finding I like doing clouds with stencil brushes better than cotton balls or blending smoothies. And then I come in with gray and start adding some detail into our storm clouds. You gotta make sure you keep drying. I stamp in some birds in the sky. I'm getting hair in the frame, sorry. Then I have Stampin'Up Lucky Limeaide and Garden Green. I'm gonna put some definition into the ground and darken up our forest edge a little bit. These are the Nouveau Smoothies. I love these things. I used to use sponges all the time, but I just really like the way these put the ink down. So I've pretty much completely switched over to them. Coming in with the Lucky Limeaide. And remember, I'm a big one on, you don't have to go out and purchase what I have. Some of these are retired. Use what you have. You don't have to use the exact same colors. If you're crafty like me and you kind of have an obsession, you know you got too many ink pads already. This is one of my new stamps that was in my Lavinia haul. And I'm just going to put a little bit of this. I wanted to put much more of this in there, but this was really large for the scene I did, so I decided just to do a little bit off the edge. In the background, behind the hill. Now we're coming in with the Lavinia Bluebells. With the Twilight Versifying Clair. Putting these in the foreground, a little here and a little there. And now we are putting our little bunny in there. And I will list all of the supplies used in the description box below. You gotta have a foam. A lot of times you can get away with it when they're not the bigger silhouettes, but I always make sure I got the foam behind there when it's the full one so they don't skip. And this flower, this is from the Berry Wreath stamp set. I find myself using this a lot as like a little filler. Now we gotta make sure that's good and dry. And I'm coming in with a Stampin' Up marker and kind of filling in grass, trying to give it a little bit more definition so it's not so flat looking. It's the little details that really make it. And with this color, I could have chose something darker and it would have stood out a lot more, but I really wanted it to kind of fade off into the back a little bit. Versifying Clair Shady Lane, we're going to give our bunny a little bit of dirt to stand on there. Well, grass actually, but decided the edges of my hill needed to be a little bit darker. They're a little darker, the sky looks a little brighter. This is an 8B pencil I've had for 100 years. That's why it's got a handle to extend it. These are my new Signo Uniball glitter jelly pens. They were in my haul also. I love these pens. They're so super shiny. You're going to see here in a minute. And I just sped through. I'm filling in the flowers, giving them some color. It's crazy how shiny these pens are, though. If you are looking for some sparkle jelly pens, I highly recommend these. And who knows, maybe there'll be some in my giveaway. See how shiny it is? Oh, I do like them. This is Stampin' Up! Crystal Effects. And any of you Stampin' Up! People, you are going to test, you're going to be able to tell it's old. But this stuff takes a licking and keeps on ticking. They still have it. It's just, you know, different labeling now. But you can get any brand. Michaels carries it. Hobby Lobby carries it. I'm sure you can get it on Amazon. And we're putting in rain. And this stuff does take a while to set and dry. I think I let it sit about an hour before I did anything else to it. And there you go. All the shine and the... This is Chipped Sapphire. This is after I've let it dry. And I come in and just darken up our edges. Kind of draw your eye into the center. And I mat it on some blue and black cardstock. And I did come back over with my grubby towel there because the ink was over the top of the crystal effects, and you can see that it does wipe right off. I'm going to put some adhesive on the back and stick all that together. And I do really appreciate you stopping by to see my tutorial, sorry. And I look forward to seeing you again. And if you like my video, remember to hit like and subscribe. And there it is. Thanks for watching, and remember to share your crafty love.